The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan. I guess we don't know.
Shall we play a game? You've got several things to do. You've got work, kids in school. What do you do when it's all over?
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the new clan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan, the podcast where we don't finish Digimon World 3.
Digimon Story World 3.
Digimon Story World Sleuth 3 Cyberpunk 2077.
Digimon
Hacker's
World,
memory.
Digimon World Mailman, Digimon World fucking
Delivery
Fetch
boy.
Quest
Yeah.
3.
Dude, you haven't seen the full scope of horror that this game does to you.
I already know.
It is
I know more than I need to know.
It is a trek, and you have to go back and forth.
Oh,
and
I know.
back and forth, and it's
I've already done that. I found the other area. You have to fucking the blue card area.
Oh, you mean the 8 LUE card area? It's not actually the blue card. He's
Yes.
like, that's just an 8.
Jesus Christ, this
I
game.
was so mad.
No, it's just like like when you actually stop to read the dialogue, like you shouldn't. And then you have to go find the fucking mask for the guy. It's like, oh no, people can't see me. Hey, I'll help you if you find my mask. Hee hee. Now be a good kid now. And it's just exactly how it is. That's exactly the dialogue.
Yeah.
I feel like I know more than enough to review this game now.
I don't know, man. You don't know the pain of the run. The run from the fucking Dum Dum factory all the way back
Dude,
to the
that-
first village.
that-
It is unholy.
The Dum Dum Factory is the longest fucking segment.
It's big. And we're talking like all the way back to the very beginning of the game and then back to that
And there's
factory.
like 2
It's
boss fights in there.
back
So
to
what?
back. No
Why?
save, no
Like-
healing.
Like, did they just not know how to do game design then?
No?
And you can't buy items to heal in that area either. So if you level grind or if you grind out your counter badges, which you need to, you're probably going to be real low on healing, and you're probably going to have a hell of a fucking time in there.
Well, I have Patamon who knows small heal. Patamon's not for fighting Digimons. He's for keeping the real fighters in
you
the
have
game.
him on Anjumon.
Uh-huh.
There you go. That's good. I don't have any healing.
And then, is there an inn in there in the Dum Dum Factory?
Oh, a what?
An inn.
No,
No.
you have to run back to the fucking town.
Yeah, there's an inn, but it's a ways. And after that second boss fight, I was scared, man. I thought I was going to die.
You
'Cause
have
I
to
had-
start it all over again?
Yeah, I had one guy with 200 health.
I've done
and
that
2 guys with 1 health.
once.
It's restarted the whole game.
No, like where if you get party wiped, it just ejects you to the start screen.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything you've done is gone since your last save.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How is that good game design, guys?
That's just old RPG.
Yeah.
They all used to do that.
How is that okay?
Something Pokemon
It's
fixed.
kind of not. I don't know. But that's not totally what we're here to talk about today. Today, I think we're going to play around with the idea. Somebody sent us a question, and I talked about this oddly before we listened to the question, of just coming up with a video game itself, and maybe even a video game based on a movie. But my idea was because Death Stranding is coming out and it has movie stars in the game, I want to make a game that's kind of like that. So kind of like an Until Dawn,
Dude, there's so many games that have those people now. The fucking Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah, Beyond Two Souls.
And fucking the last 2 Call of Duty games had fucking Kit Harington and fucking Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, I wonder if Kit Harington is gonna like come out. Me too. It's like the Call of Duty curse. You know, when you're in a COD game, suddenly your pants fly off in the wrong moments.
You're just an actor in the fucking Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
Did he have some issues with alcohol because of Game of Thrones, though?
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
It's probably just the stress of doing it. I don't know. Maybe he just drinks and then he drank a lot. Maybe he just didn't like the ending like the rest of the world. And he's like, really? Are you fucking kidding me? This is
I should have been king. This is bullshit.
He's like, I thought we were building up to a certain thing that just didn't fucking happen, so...
Yeah, so fuck me. I'm going to drink.
Doesn't this ending feel a little empty and pointless? Just like my last 8 years of life?
Yeah. Yeah.
He did find his wife, though, on the show.
That's true, yeah. And she is pretty attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Egret. The chick who plays Egret, he married.
Oh, he actually married her?
Yeah.
Oh. He knows nothing.
He knows everything now.
Yeah, now he knows it all. She is pretty attractive.
Yeah.
I don't know. As far as like the hottest chicks on Game of Thrones, she's up there, and then Gilly is pretty attractive too.
Like in real life.
Yeah, like in real life. Like truly. And then I don't know. After that, probably one of the many porn stars.
What are the many porn stars?
Yeah.
In Game of Thrones?
Mm-hmm.
How many actual porn stars?
Oh, I know there's at least one. I don't know if there are more than one. There's probably more than one, though. There's got to be more than one.
Which one's the porn star?
The trick who plays Shay.
Oh.
German porn star. There's a
Interesting.
lot of anal, apparently. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
In the porn.
Okay, I just remembered who Shay was.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you said German porn, so I automatically assumed it was disturbing.
Yeah. We're not here to talk about disturbing porn, guys. Or are we?
Do we always have to bring up Schweiss's off-color porn habits?
Yeah, we do.
No, let's move on.
Anyway, guys, what have you guys been up to this week in the gaming world? What have you been playing?
Pretty much just Octopath Traveler. Played a little bit of Killer is Dead, and then fucking Rocket League.
Okay, so fun things that are optional is what you've done this week?
Yeah, well, I've also played some Legend of Dragoon, which I need to play.
Oh, that is fun, though. That's a fun game.
It is a pretty sweet game, yeah.
It's got a great combat system.
It does. I'm getting way better at the timing. Some of the moves I get fucked up on, like the ones that are only like 2 hitters. I can't do the fucking 2 hitters for some reason.
Yeah.
But like the 3+, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking good at the time.
I can't remember which one I watched. I think it was the button icon. Because you know how there's like the little icon that like shows the button being pushed, and then there's also like the square going in?
Yeah, it's like the square rotating.
I don't think I watched the rotating square.
I always watch the rotating square. I can't fucking watch the button being pressed.
And I can't...
It's like there's
I
a
might
moment
be-
where like the rotating squares like fucking change like color, and that's when I like...
Maybe that's what I watched. I know there
It's
was
fucking,
some
like-
sign that
It's
I
like
waited
fucking
for.
perfect every time.
It's got a really cool battle system. It's like turn-based, Cameron. Or no, it's it's turn-based.
It's turn-based.
But when you start attacking, like this little like square that's like big, it gets smaller and smaller, and then it goes on this base square, and then you can like do combos if you hit it just right.
Yeah, basically you remember playing Stick of Truth, how like you'd time it and then you do extra damage. Essentially what happens in that game is like you get these things called additions that change like your regular attack, and so they can add like extra attacks to your regular attack. And if you time the button presses, you get those attacks in.
This
Yeah.
just sounds so riveting.
And so you just like go to
I
town.
mean, it makes it so that you're playing more of the game than just like pressing to attack and then watching them do it.
Yeah, it's like Stick of Truth if it had a soul.
more, yeah, it's more
and
more
was actually
interactive
difficult in any way.
in that way. Yeah.
There's some of them that have like 27 button presses, and it's just this dude with like a halberd just fucking going to town, just fucking.
Dude, it gets fucking disgusting too, because like you have to use those moves in order to build up your SP, which is like how you level up your dragoons, but it doesn't fucking tell you how much fucking SP you have, so you can't fucking tell how close you are to leveling up your dragoon level.
Yeah, you just have to be good,
It's fucking
man.
horse shit.
You just have to play the game, and then you level it up.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
but
remember much
still.
about that game, though, honestly. I just remember being able... I just got fucking God tier on the fucking Prince Albert, which is a hilarious name still.
Prince Albert and the cat.
Love Prince Albert. That's all I remember, though. That and then the one chick.
Prince
who's got black
Albert?
hair. Yeah, that's who he is.
Okay.
He goes to town, man.
He does.
It's fucking great. 20,
Him and
20 plus.
Levitz, those guys both have the spear.
Yeah. Cool, awesome. That's no Digimon for you. You didn't go back just to rekindle the flame.
I don't have the game.
Oh, that's right. You we're borrowing Dylan's copy. Is that right?
Yeah, you're borrowing Dylan's, and then we bought a show copy to give away. Yay!
Yeah,
you guys
so-
get to have a chance of playing that game.
Yeah. Next week we're gonna do the giveaway because that's when the Patreon stuff goes through, and we're gonna do 2 drawings: one for last month, one for this month.
Oh yeah, because we fucked up and forgot the one last time. Huh?
Yeah. I figure we'll just do 2 of them. So those will be coming up, and you'll have the option to get that. And we've got Devil May Cry 5 and Resident Evil 2
That's right.
and more. So, guys, patreon.com/Nude Clan.
Also, Audible Trial /
Yeah.
Nude Clan.
Yeah. Speaking of that, yes, please. Cameron, what about you? What have you been playing this week?
Digimon.
Did you only play Digimon all week?
You poor soul.
Yesterday, I played 1 round of Battlefield 5 because I needed a break from Digimon. So I played 30 minutes of Battlefield 5, unlocked a new gun. You know, I actually had a I had so much fucking fun playing Battlefield 5.
Over
And I think it
Digimon?
must be compared to Digimon.
Yeah.
It's the only thing.
Just think about it like this, Cam. You're playing Digimon to reinvigorate your love of other games.
Jesus, dude.
It's a palate cleanser. Yeah, it's the wasabi of gaming.
Except
it's not supposed to be
except
good.
It's not quite the after meal sorbet, but
Except
it's
this
the
palate cleanser
in-between.
is so fucking bland. It's so bland.
It just means that the next meal is going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's
Just wait till you play Rocket League with us. It's going to be fucking fantastic.
You're not supposed to like the wasabi.
I love wasabi. What are you talking
I do
about?
too, but it's not like those wasabi almonds. Oh my god, dude! Oh man,
Is it like seasoned? Because wasabi
Yeah.
doesn't really have that much flavor.
it's like wasabi.
It's a horseradish type flavor.
Yeah,
So spicy, good
fucking
sharpness.
love that shit,
Dude,
dude.
wasabi. It's awesome.
I know. I like wasabi. It's kind of.
And
but-
kind of a lesser known
Fucking
fact that the actual
horseradish is
wasabi
awful.
that you eat is most likely not real wasabi because real wasabi cannot last that long.
So they enhance it with
You
some
should go. No, it's just I'll hardly ever have any real wasabi in it. And actual real wasabi has a much more mellow flavor.
Did you guys ever do that church thing where like you eat the Last Supper and it's like the fucking giant cracker? It's like bread or a cracker thing, and then you put the raw horseradish on it and you eat it.
The fuck?
Yeah, you never did that?
No.
Oh man.
Why?
I don't know, but I was like, oh, this isn't so bad. And then I took a huge gob of the horseradish and bit it, and it was, oh, man.
I like horseradish, though.
Like, when I breathed in as I was ready to take the bite, it just, like, seared through my sinuses, and like I had to lay my head down. My eyes were just, like, drenched with fucking tears. I was like, oh, God, I can't see. It was like the time that fucking Cody mixed bleach and what's that other shit that you aren't supposed to... Ammonia?
Yeah.
When he fucking mixed that shit, I went in and I flushed the toilet and I couldn't see anymore.
It's fucking mustard
And I
gas,
crawled,
dude.
I
You gotta
crawled out of the bathroom. I just crawled out and laid in the
should've just-
hallway.
God,
for like
dude, they fucking
20
banned that
minutes.
shit in World War One, man.
you should have
Fucking-
asked him for one of his gas masks. God knows he has one.
Yeah. Dude, he wasn't home at the time, and like I just...
He wasn't
I was like,
home? He
No.
fucking started mustard gassing the fucking house when he wasn't home?
No.
You were asleep.
Yeah, I would have died. God, I could have. Yeah, no, I just go in there and I was like, "Oh, Cody cleaned the bathroom," and I flushed the toilet before I was going to use it because I didn't want to piss in it first because that's weird. And then as the fumes came up, my eyes started watering. And I was like, Jesus! And then I couldn't breathe and I fell on the ground and I just crawled out of there. And I just rolled on my back and just laid there for 20 minutes. I was just like, oh my God, what the fuck is that? What the fuck just happened to me?
God damn it, dude.
Yeah. Fucking, he comes home.
That man
and I'm
is a child.
Yeah, he comes home and I'm like, Cody, what the fuck did you put in the toilet? You're trying to kill me, man. I was blind. I couldn't see. I was on my fucking hands and knees, Cody.
Maybe that was failed attempt number 1.
Yeah.
And then I came home
me
and I
off.
came home to failed. No, his attempt. And I came home to failed attempt number 2.
Yeah.
I just come in the house, and the whole place just smells like fucking car exhaust CO2, so fucking strong. I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna open the garage door, and Cody's gonna be dead in his fucking Bronco. It's what it's gonna be. He's just gonna be fucking gone.
Yeah. You're going to open that thing and you're going to have to get out of there before you die. The garage is
And so I'm just like, okay, I'm just have to go in there, confirm, and then I'm going to call the police. This is what it's going to be. And I go in there, and no one was in there. I'm like, oh, failed attempt number 1 or number 2.
Yeah.
It's like the Office Space where the guy's life just goes to shit, and he tries to kill himself in the garage. And his wife opens the door, and she's like, "What's going on here?" He's like, "Oh, I was just testing the engine. I'm gonna go off to the market real fast. See you later." He backs out of the fucking garage and down the driveway super fast, and then fucking gets blindsided by a semi going down the road.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I forgot about that. Shit. No, yeah, the wasabi. That's the thing. Digimon World 3 is not supposed to be good. It's just supposed to cleanse the palate. So, every once in a while, when you're playing a real good game and it stops becoming as good, you just need to pop in Digimon World 3, cleanse your gaming palate, and then pop in your fucking Battlefield 5, and you'll have such a good time.
Then, if you're tired of Digimon World 3, you can always pop in, the other 3 games.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
I think that's why Rocket League was so fun last night, is because
it's fun by itself. It's fucking great.
Yeah, it was after it was cleansing that palate. I got the wasabi out of the way, and then I started down in that California roll, and I was like, wow, this is the best California roll I've ever had.
It's still the bad. I mean, palate cleanser, yes, but comparing it to wasabi's poor.
I know, because wasabi is pretty good. Mostly.
I'm going to go get
wasabi.
sushi on my way home. That's what I've decided now.
Yeah, I kind of want some sushi, too. God, I want Rocket League, Conan Exiles, and sushi. Those are the 3 things I want the most in
I'm going to show up
life.
to my favorite sushi restaurant, which just happens to be around the corner from where I live, which is awesome. I'm just going to sit down, order 3 or 4 rolls, and a whole bottle of sake, and just be by myself in the corner in there.
It's like, I can't do Digimon anymore.
I have to drink alone now.
I mean, sake is just at least the version that we that's being sold is not
somebody
very
comes by.
alcoholic.
Somebody comes by and is like, "What's got you down?" He's like, "Digimon World 3." And then they bring him another fucking thing of sake. It's like it's on the house.
Yeah.
We are sorry we unleashed death on your world.
We should have known not to tinker so far.
Or a tear glistens in his eye. It's like, this is for Nakasaki.
Oh God!
Sorry.
It's just an underground community of Japanese developers that want to avenge World War II by giving us extremely subpar JRPGs. We'll give you a really fucking good one every once in a while, but we're going to blanket the market with not good ones. Just to make you pretend, to make you think that they're good because they're average for the course, but really they're intentionally poor and unforgiving and without fast travel in any fucking way, shape, or form.
God, and we're going to make the maps super confusing. Number one, we're going to take this level design and we're going to fucking turn it like 15 degrees for no fucking reason. And then the direction pad on your fucking controller will, give you normal up and down, but that's not how we fucking design our level. No, fuck you. That's why you have to fucking hold it just perfectly diagonal just so you can fucking walk through the level, and you're going to hit the wall fucking million times because you can't fucking hold it just right. And then we're going to make the level a fucking maze. You see the Central Park area? It's a fucking maze. And you go down to the Wild Forest, more fucking maze. You know what's amazing about this? Is we're going to make you walk back and forth so many times. You get to experience every little bit.
You're going to memorize that maze, I will tell you that. Oh, man, that's not even the worst part. When you're trying to get into the pyramid, oh, Jesus. You have to go, you can't even see the path. It's like you get the camera.
You mean the
angle.
trees?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already done that. I've beat the Pheromon.
It's fucking terrible, isn't it? I'm like, I still don't know how to get through there because I can't fucking see anything.
I beat Pheromon. I beat Tyrannomon. I beat Sayro City Leader. I went to the fucking bog area at the end of the gondola and the fucking blue card. Blue card. Jesus, fuck, this game's not even funny.
You mean the 8 Lou card?
There is no way. There's no way kids played this game and had fun
and
without any
it.
guides. Yeah, because there's no... How can this dude doesn't appear unless you talk to this other dude halfway across the game?
Oh, yeah. And then the one part where... There's a part where someone's like, oh, he probably went somewhere where it's dark. And I'm like...
And the only way...
What?
And the only dialogue you get from these people are like 2 fucking lines.
What?
2
Oh, man.
fucking lines of dialogue that mean shit.
Then there's that part where you gotta like fucking break the wall, and you're like, how do I fucking break this wall? So you gotta go talk to a dude, and he's like, go talk to this other dude, and he's like way across the fucking world map.
Yeah, he's in the bog
That's
area.
the entire theme of the game.
It's
He has to
bog
go
area.
Go talk to a dude. You gotta go talk to another dude.
It's like, I'm just the middleman.
Yeah, and you're like, you're all just fucking middlemen in this game. No one is important. It's horrible, yeah, dude. God, oh man,
You have no idea
That's-
how bad I wanted to fucking hold Guillimon under the fucking water until the bubbles stopped.
You know, that's extra effective because he's a fire type.
yeah, you'll double down.
Just until the fucking bubbles stopped.
It'll be twice as fast.
The sad part is that's only half of the real run, because the real run is Dum Dum Factory back to Asuka City, and the fucking
God,
bog
it's-
is the middle of that.
It's
That's the halfway point.
It's not good.
No, it's not.
It's not good. And then people who say they like the game, I don't see how. I mean, I could see you liking it despite of the horrible level design, and then I can't see you liking it for the dialogue. I can't see you liking it for the story. I could see you only liking it for the fucking the battles that you have. And then when you want to level up, there's no fucking random encounters. But when you want to fucking make the trek across the game, it's like every 5 steps.
Yeah, sometimes it's really bad. And when you try to run away, oh, dude. That takes some
When you want to
time.
run away, it's like, oh, we got this guy by the balls. It's like, oh,
You're going
you
nowhere.
want to run away?
It's almost better to just not try to run away.
Yeah.
No, but it's like, oh shit. Okay, this only happened one time where the Digimon is obviously too high level for my party. And it's like, oh, he's too high level. I'm just going to run away and come back. No, you fucking game over screen. Because, oh, you want to run away? Well, I'm going to get another attack in. Oh, and it killed you. Oh, your next Digimon's up.
Oh, I guess it's
Try
my turn
again.
now. Yeah.
Try to run away? No, I'm going to hit you 3 times in your attempt to run away. Jesus Christ, this game is shit. It's horse shit. Review over. Jesus.
It only cost us one shitty stand, and one shitty chair. Yeah, that's how I feel. Honestly, though, in some ways, it is better than Cyber Slut. In a couple ways. But it gameplay wise, no way. Visually, I think it's more impressive,
I feel like
and the soundtrack's.
I feel like if the game was faster, and like if they didn't have that cap on the FPS, it'd be better.
or if you didn't have to
Press
X.
Of
After
course, they
every
shouldn't have
fucking
released
thing.
this game on fucking PS1 in fucking 2003 when the PS2 was already out for like 2 years.
Yeah, it came out in 2002 in Japan and in 2003 in the States, and Final Fantasy X came out in 2001.
So,
It's like, what? And that game looks way fucking better than Digimon. It's because it's a PS2 game. I don't understand. Yeah, it's one of those games
It
that
feels like it's early PS1 type of game.
nope.
I don't know. I think it has some. It has some impressive stuff.
No,
I
it
guess.
doesn't.
I don't mind the world map. I don't think it looks terrible and stuff.
The fucking why do they make it diagonal? Tell me that.
I don't know.
Why is north my fucking top right side of my
I don't
screen?
know.
That's a great question. Everything's just slanted a little bit.
They like that isometrics.
Yeah, you know.
I was about to say something. I'm glad I didn't say.
Yeah. It's just those,
What?
you know. Just those slants. They're slanty ways. That's all. Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Everything's just a little squinty in this game. You know what I'm
thank you
saying?
twice for saying things that everyone else not willing to say.
Yeah. Okay.
It is. It is annoying, especially when the guide is like, go north, and I'm like, which north? You mean northeast, which is actual north in this fucking game's eyes? It's like it's a fucking diamond. It's still a square. It's just turned sideways.
They just had to make the simple act of walking along a path hard. That's not like it's super difficult. Yeah, you could do it, but it takes more effort than just to hold the button down in one direction.
Yeah.
And it's just walking is the main thing you do in the game. They should have like a fucking like step counter for you, just so you can like level up your Digimon through steps.
Yeah, just make it Digimon Go.
Jesus, man.
Didn't one of the other games have a step counter? Did Hacker's Memory, did that have a step counter?
I don't think so.
Something around that time that I played did. I thought it was Hacker's Memory for a second.
Well,
Shit,
fucking Legend of Dragoon tells you when you're going to have an encounter. The little icon above your dude changes colors when you're getting closer to an encounter.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, that's it for Cameron. I played almost exclusively Digimon this week. I picked up Final Fantasy IV Heroes of Light on lunch one of the days, and that game is very hard, so I didn't get very far, and I died in a random battle, which is fucking brutal. But other than that, it's Digimon, man, and it's Digimon hard. Like I've got like 35 hours in that game now, and I didn't go to bed yesterday at all. Like I took a 2 or 3 hour nap at one point, but I didn't go to sleep from Saturday to Sunday until like, because I think I got off work at 12:30 Sunday or Monday morning, or no Sunday morning. Wait. No, Saturday morning.
Time
sorry.
has become nothing.
Yeah, time is just a
Time is Digimon.
exactly Time-mon. Clockmon. There's Clockmon. The
Cockmon.
Friday to Saturday, I got
Fuck
off at
you
like
in the ass.
12:30, and I think
Fucking
I started
ass, Mom.
playing at like 1:00, and I didn't stop playing until like noon, and that's when I took my nap because I was like dead. I was so fucking tired.
It's hard for me to play this game for longer than 1 hour at a time.
Yeah, it is. It gets frustrating. In an hour, you almost don't get anything done.
No, you don't.
Because like I was doing the guide, and dude, I when I really started going for the guide, I was like over 20 hours in, and I was on section 7 of 19 of the guide, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, how fucking long is this game? And I'm doing nothing. It's like, and then the guy's like, oh yeah, and then just head back to Asuka City, and I'm like, oh yeah, like that's just a fucking, next door trip. It's like that's 25 minutes, and then the next line is head on back to Dum Dum Factory, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? Why? Why the fuck am I? Why am I traversing this land so regularly? It's just, it's fucked up.
It's poor game design.
Yeah,
it's not like they couldn't. It's just they can keep the maps as just as large as they are, but it's why would you
They
think it's
should
a
have
great gameplay mechanic to send the player trekking back and forth so many times just to do minute things, just teeny little things.
Yeah, there should
just
be
so
like
you can
some
open
sort
another
of
thing in the other.
teleporter thing that goes between areas.
It makes no sense. It's just like like they designed this game with no actual like player satisfaction in mind.
And if you think about it within the confines of the game itself, like, does it make sense to want to go into a digital world where you mostly walk? Like, that doesn't sound fun. Why is Digimon Online so popular? It mostly consists of walking around their massive, barren lands.
I mean, they fucking have to like bring down the system so people can't log out to keep that user count up, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They gotta fucking hack the logout screen so you're trapped forever. That's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Your playtime's free forever.
Yeah, your soul is ours. It's like, who would want to hack it, though? There shouldn't be anybody playing it because it's fucking boring.
I mean, the game itself feels pretty empty when it comes to other players. It's not like very populated at all.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's like 10 people per big area,
Yeah,
maybe.
you can battle some of those tamers though that are just other people.
Yeah, you can, but they're like the 10 of
there's
them or 5
not
of
that
them per
many.
area. Yeah, it's a very.
It fucking tells you how many people are playing it at the beginning of the game too. What did they say it was? It was like 80,000 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe it's different servers.
yeah. I guess
Like,
you can move between servers.
We got the server that they're about to merge into another one because its user count is so low. That's why there's no one playing. And those who are playing, by the way, super shitty Digimon mostly.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you spending your time doing? And they're like, oh, just walking. And then you're like, oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
Yeah,
mostly
did you know you're supposed to spend 5 hours in Protocol Forest until your Digimon can actually do anything?
Yeah.
And that's where I spent a lot of my time, is getting all my... I leveled all of my... Okay, so this is not the review.
Yeah, it's
of Digimon thing.
okay.
Yeah, it's just like... But fucking you... The leveling of the Digimon is so fucked! Because you level your base level Digimon, which you need to level them up so you can get the extra evolutions separately from their extra evolutions. Don't tell me the experience shared. It's fucking not.
It's not. No, it's the next level Digimon. It's kind of like the
You have to level each. You basically
They're
have to
fucking-
level 3 different Digimon per Digimon.
yeah.
Oh, it's more
but,
than 3 if you want it to be.
yeah. They're like jobs. Cam. It's not like they're at the same character anymore. It's literally just moving between the job types. It's a weird system for this one.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing is, like, I remember Craig was talking about with Hacker's Memory. He was saying, like...
Hacker's memory.
Yeah. He was saying that he
Suckle
needed
the teat of pain.
his monster capture fix in, and this one's not even a fucking monster
this
capture.
one's not
at
a monster
all.
capture. I mean,
At
you
all.
can get the other starters.
It's
but
not capturing, though.
Yeah, it's not capturing.
You just fight the fucking mega form of them, and then you take them when you
Yeah.
find the one fucking Men in Black agent that has his DNA or whatever the fuck.
The Men in Black agent.
Yeah. It's a lot, man. God, it's a lot. And that's why that's the only thing. Other than like a little bit of Rocket League, which I finally played and had a lot of fun with.
Yeah, that was a fucking fun game. Played it for so long, and I got... Dude, that game fucking throws trophies at you. I played it for like, 4.5 hours, 5 hours last night, and fucking got 30-plus trophies.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to finally get some trophies again. And that game
So you
provides.
fucking get like a trophy per match.
Yeah, I remember we got the gold trophy. I got a gold trophy after we like dropped a match like completely. Oh no, it was someone dropped out, and so we won by default. And then I got a gold trophy for unlocking like 100 items. I thought that was really funny. The screenshot is just like victory by proxy.
Because they fucking left.
Yeah.
Of course, that was one of our better victories, because right after that, we got fucked
Oh yeah, right after that,
consistently.
I started getting both tired and drunker, and it was bad.
Oh, man, we had so many bad games after that. But you did get, like, that sweet save, and then, of course, we got that fucking bullshit fucking... made the goal, and then the dude, like, flips and gets it perfectly into our goal instead.
Yeah, that was good.
Fucking horse shit.
I'm excited to play some
I
of
made
that
that
with you guys
perfect
tonight.
fucking shot. Then he's just like, nope.
Yeah. So that's it for what we've been playing this week, guys. The real question is, has anyone beaten a game this week? Craig? No. Cameron?
Of course not.
And I also beat nothing for the week, so no change in the hog. But the hog for the hosts is as follows. Caleb Craig, King Hog, 19 games beaten. Caleb Schweiss, Hog Jr., 16.
Hog Jr.
Cameron Wilson, Hog Baby, at 6. So hopefully next week we'll have a 7 and a 17th with the Digimon. Hackers Mamor. Hackers Lenoir. It does feel like it does kind of have that feel sometimes with like the weird agent guys. What is with this game and like the odd like detective people though? Like I don't understand why they're so obsessed with like. Is there like a booming market of private investigators in Japan or something? Because like
You just
I
really like
guess.
the noir type stuff.
this game has private
They
investigators.
really do like the private detective stuff. I don't know what it is, but they do like that shit.
Yeah, and the other game had a bunch of that too.
Again, just like the fucking stupid dialogue in the game. It's like you walk up into the Seru Tower, just like, oh, we're players from the competitor to see what this game is like. But don't tell anyone though. It's like, but you fucking tell every kid who walks by.
Yeah. Don't tell us. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, you're just describing like every JRPG though.
It's
They're all fucking like that. Cam, it's not just Digimon.
That's Cameron has said he doesn't like those games. That's probably why.
Yeah.
it's just it's so dumb.
It is.
Can anyone
It
see
is.
how dumb it is?
Yeah. I mean, FF8 does that a lot, actually, yeah, where it's like,
It's like everyone says shit like that.
yeah, they'll just say random things that don't add anything at all. And it's like, why? Why program them to say, like, talk about their daily life in this game? Like,
Yeah, and then you get the fucking thing of Sophie like being on the trains, and then she's just singing trains, trains, trains. Like, God,
it's like, are you autistic? Like, what's happening?
she
here?
totally
Like,
is.
what
Like
the
every fucking thing she has to say is like near a screech.
The oh man, the best the best thing in that game is there's a guy, Cameron, who is like crouched on the floor saying his stomach is hurting, and his buddy is like, "Oh, it's because you look at all those dirty magazines." And it took me a while to realize that this guy was crouched to conceal his erection in his pants from the dirty magazines, and he was pretending to have stomach cramps. That's what we're up against here. That's the kind of shit we have to deal with.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's like the first thing that happens on that train.
Yeah. After the 20-minute train tutorial, of course,
Yeah,
for the 5-minute train mission.
fucking hell. And like one of the easiest bosses in the fucking game too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck, man. So anyway, we watched the Death Stranding thing. I'm gonna pre-order the game. I'm excited to do that. I think it looks pretty sweet.
Remember, we had an episode about pre-ordering games.
We did. We also had an episode about what is Death Stranding, and we still don't know.
Yeah, the new trailers do not
8-minute
clear
trailer.
anything up.
Yeah, 8 minutes of
There was
everything.
There was some gameplay in there, a little bit of some dialogue showing off more characters.
Yes,
But yeah, still no fucking clue as to what's happening.
yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't think we'll know until the end of the game, and even then we'll only be like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I think that's what Death Stranding is. I think it's a game that makes you want to ask, what the fuck? the timeless question of what the fuck It's a valid question. I mean, he's like fucking carrying a baby. We still don't know what the fucking point of the baby is. Like, we don't know anything about the story.
Yeah, all we know is the baby can see the other people, but like we don't know what they are. We don't know what their purpose is. Yeah, it's weird, and it's like we've gotten so many tidbits and like chunks. I'm like, is this going to be like a 60-hour game? Because this seems like it's going to be huge.
It feels like all the stuff that we've been shown is stuff that we should understand by another like fucking trailer that should have been released to explain some stuff.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, okay, we understand what's going on. It's kind of cool, but like when we don't fucking have that fucking the key to the code, we're like, what the shit?
Yeah, and I get not giving away too much, but you can usually guess what a game is going to be. Like when Days Gone By came out, it's like, oh, it's going to be a biker bro zombie killer.
Yeah,
game.
it's
like,
fucking.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
You know? It's not necessarily we want to know everything. It's we want to know what the fuck it is because the gameplay, it's like you're climbing stuff and then you're shooting stuff and then you're
it looks vaguely open world with fucking like third person shooter mechanics.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is happening in this game? What is this?
I don't know. It looks so fucking weird. But what I gained from that though is like we are getting a lot of these celebrities in games lately, and I kind of want to craft a game and cast celebrities in that game. So it's kind of like, and we can make it
not just as voice actors, but like have their likeness in the game.
Yeah, yeah. And 50 Cent's game does this because I remember Eminem was in 50 Cent Bulletproof. I'm pretty sure.
What?
Yeah, there was a cutscene with him in there, and also like the Def Jam games, but that's kind of like obvious. I'm actually really disappointed in Def Jam's Fighters because they didn't have Slayer in there. Because Slayer has 2 albums that were produced by Def Jam Records, which is predominantly rap. So I think that would be amazing to be like old man Tom Araya just fucking punching people with his huge fucking beard.
That would have been actually cool.
Yeah, that'd be fucking sweet.
Yeah. Why
It's
didn't
like-
they include it?
It's like 5'6" bald ass Kerry King just taking on
that
these
would
huge
just,
dudes.
that would just be an extra level of the joke of the game. Is just have Slayer.
Yeah.
They're fucking Slayer too.
Yeah, Slayer facing off against the Beastie Boys, like the ultimate showdown between Slayer and the Beastie Boys.
God.
You could make it happen. They didn't do it.
So, is there like any other? Do we have to like? So this game, does it have to be any sort of type of game? Like,
Yeah, like,
are we
what's the
making it
premise here?
based off of a movie? Are we making it based off another media? Or is the whole fucking gist of it just design a game with famous people in it? It can be anything you want it to be.
Yeah. I think we'd have to build it from the ground up. So, I mean, what type of game do you think actors would bring a good presence to? I mean, because to me, kind of the action-y sort of games, kind of along the lines of like Last of Us or Uncharted, so like an adventure third-person type of game, seems to do well with really good performances.
Well, what I think what we're going to learn with Death Stranding is when you get actors who are extremely good at conveying emotions and conveying the point in making things more believable, you can get more out there wacky ideas because the people presenting it are really good at presenting the ideas that the director wants them to. Mm-hmm. And so I think the higher level cast you get for it, the more out there you can actually go. You know, there's still going to be a fine line, but you can get wilder ideas when you have a better medium to convey that in.
All right, I got it. It's going to be a fantasy game that's a 3D platformer, and it's going to have Jack Nicholson and Charles Dance as the bad guys.
Okay, so we got two bad guys. What's their MO? What's their motivation?
Oh, I don't know. I just want Charles Dance to just be in charge of everything. And Jack Nicholson's like his right-hand man.
What if we make Daniel Day-Lewis the main good guy?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, and he is charged with. He's charged. His whole mission is to overthrow Charles Dance's government.
Okay, so
Charles
Dance is like the king.
Charles Dance is a baron.
Oh, he's a baron. Okay.
And the king is actually.
So the plot is like Charles Dance is trying to become king.
Yes.
Okay.
And Daniel Day-Lewis likes the king a lot because the king,
Like too much.
yeah, like too much. Like he's a big fan of the king. He's in the king's guard. How about that? He's part of the king's guard. Charged with protecting the king and thwarting Charles Dance's political moves.
What if we do this instead? What if we randomize a whole bunch of famous people names, pull their names out of the hat, like 5 of them out of a hat, and we have to design a game around those people?
Oh man.
So I
Okay.
think we can pause real fast, put some names in a random generator, and do that.
All right, let's do it. All right, so we came up with a list of actors and actresses. So to make this fantasy drama game deal that Craig wants to make, we have George Clooney, Kevin Spacey, and Robert Duvall.
Nice.
And on the female end, Kate Blanchett, Angelina Jolie, and Shirley MacLaine. So,
Remind me who Shirley MacLaine is.
we will look at her right now.
Oh, okay.
Big TV chick. Downton Abbey is the biggest thing that I know her from. Downton Abbey. Oh, yeah, also The Apartment.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Kevin Spacey is on the chopping block for molestation charges. And
Oh yeah.
George Clooney is his younger brother,
Who's also a lawyer.
who's also a lawyer, and he's trying to rescue him from the
Your
Baron,
brother.
who is Robert Duvall. Robert Duvall is the
What?
Baron of this
I
land.
know. I kind of want a 90-year-old man to be the main character of this platforming game.
So you want it to be Robert Duvall. So players take the role of Robert Duvall in his slow and shambling 88-year-old body.
Right. And he's got
It's
to
not even like hard platforming either. It's just the character.
He's just walking. Yeah.
and he's got to save his wife, who's Shirley MacLaine, right?
Okay.
And the fucking George Clooney is his son, and then we gotta have Kevin Spacey as the bad guy with Angelina Jolie. Oh man, what's Kate Blanchett gonna be doing? The Power Up Fairy. Oh man. Fuck.
All right,
okay,
so-
the combat's got to be like Jack and Daxter. He's got to have like bullshit guns.
Okay, so Robert Duvall has an arsenal.
Yeah, it's got to have like one of them guns, like from Jack 3, where he shoots like a disc into the air and it just like spins and shoots bullets out. Like,
So-
sweet.
It's a fantasy world with advanced firearm technology.
Mm-hmm.
Where Robert Duvall and his wife, Shirley MacLaine, are fighting the evil rapist Kevin Spacey, who has enslaved their son, George Clooney, into his sex dungeon. Alongside Kate Blanchett, their daughter.
Oh man. Fucking why?
Why not? So the combat's going to be...
Okay, what's Angelina Jolie gonna be doing? Was she like the temptress trying to like lure Robert Duvall away from Shirley?
Yeah. She can be the siren figure who's trying all along the way to like seduce and succeeds in seducing Robert Duvall on numerous occasions. But it's kind of like the vampire chicks in Bram Stoker's Dracula, where they just like pull Keanu Reeves in and they seduce him and they weaken him by sucking his blood, and
so he's got like no choice.
Yeah, so he has to do it. So he gets waylaid by this all the time, and this can be like a button mashing event as the carnivorous vampire seductress Angelina Jolie mounts you and also sucks your blood. You have to like button mash to keep a hold of your will to escape. So it's kind of like there's a part in Metal Gear Solid where you're getting tortured and you're getting electrocuted and you have to just fucking hammer the X button to keep your character like from going into shock and dying. Basically, it's going to be kind of like that. You just have to mash the shit out of that button to escape her grasp. And she'll come upon you in the night, so she'll seduce him in his weakest moments when he's got his old man boners in the evening.
His old man boners.
Yeah.
I think
So
he
she'll
has
be
to
like
have
the-
special help to get those.
Yeah, she'll be like the repeating boss character in the game who you find all the time. It's like a weird boss battle where you just have to basically keep your sanity and your free will in check with the button mash. So, along the way, all right, we got this fantasy world. We have full guns. It's like a third-person action shooter game kind of thing.
Yeah.
Platforming. Do we want it to be sandbox as well?
About no
Platforming sandbox.
It's got to be somewhat linear, like the Jack games. I mean, there's like some exploration, but not like a shitload.
Okay, what kind of platforming are we going to have though? I mean, you brought up platforming.
The regular platforming.
So just moving things we need to jump onto.
It's literally just a lot of jumping, a couple puzzles,
Okay.
Timing. You got to time the jumps.
Well, how do you make that? How do you put those jumps in though? Like, how do you make that feel realistic for these actors? What are they? What is he jumping across? Is he jumping across rooftops to sneak into the jail and break out his son and daughter?
I mean, yeah,
from the
it
sex
fucking
dungeon
can be. Yeah,
prison?
he's got a fucking grappling hook gun, so he can like swing across shit. It's like the ultimate fucking 90-year-old futuristic ninja in the fucking medieval times.
So you're just like old Batman.
Yeah,
In medieval times.
It's bullshit.
Okay. What do we want to do for like plot twists? Because I'm thinking.
It's really George Clooney's sex dungeon.
Yeah, he pulls off. We pull off the. We find that Kevin Spacey has been the one enslaved the whole time, and he's
It's
being
fucking Final Fantasy IV, like mind inception.
Yeah, it's Kevin Spacey who's enslaved by George Clooney, who's making Spacey breed with his sister instead because he has a fucked up complex.
For what goal? What is he trying to do this
He's
for?
trying to create the ultimate being, which will bring upon the end of the world. The world in which he hates.
He's trying to unite two bloodlines that will fucking like force the end of the world.
Yeah, that will bring on the end days, the end times. But we don't know that until the very end of the game because the whole time we just think it's a simple search and rescue mission to rescue George Clooney from Kevin Spacey. Robert Duvall sees in his horror that his son George Clooney has been the catalyst for all of this the whole time.
Oh my god.
The ultimate character swap.
And then he's got to like somehow fuse with the ultimate being for some fucking fuck off reason.
So it's like Diablo.
So it's like the ultimate boss fight. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So George Clooney will take the ultimate being that is birthed and he will like consume it. He eats eats the ultimate being, and it joins with him, and he becomes one with the ultimate being, and that's the final boss.
Oh my god, that's
And to make it Resident Evil-esque, it just has eyeballs everywhere, and like various eyeballs have to be shot at specific
shoot
times.
all the eyeballs. Yeah,
Like certain eyeballs will glow a little bit differently, and you have to shoot that one when it's glowing
for
to,
the extra damage.
yeah, to do true damage to the boss.
Not just fuck off damage, true damage.
Yeah. And we'll have to have platforming elements too. So like when he becomes the ultimate being and he like bulks up because of that, he'll like fall to his he'll fall down when you stagger him, and you have to like platform your way up his back and like stab certain eyeballs on his back to deal extra damage as well.
It's gonna be like the final boss fight and like Alice.
Yeah, or it's like something
There's
like
just like a ring around him, and you gotta like jump across.
yeah,
God, dude.
or the what about like. No, yeah, it's more like Alice. So then when we finally bring down George Clooney and the ultimate being in his final throes, his final last moments, he reveals that he's Kevin Duvall. Or no, he's Robert
Kevin
Duvall.
Duvall.
He's Kevin Duvall. Your brother. Sets the stage for the sequel. The sequel that's a prequel featuring Kevin Duvall.
George Clooney is Kevin Duvall.
Yeah, George Clooney is Kevin Duvall. Kevin Spacey
It
is.
just becomes like two other people fused together. Like there's not even any George Clooney left.
I'm a dude playing another dude.
I'm a dude playing another two dudes morphed together.
And the fucking prequel game that's the sequel to it is going to be you as George Duvall. Like it's like Sim City, or it's a simulation game where you're building an empire of like sex toy stores to be able to finance your operation in the future, to be able to afford to build this room and this epic dungeon that lures George Clooney, lures George Clooney and Kevin Spacey in, and you can use them as your cat's paws and your overall game, your overall need to become the ultimate being.
God, man. Wow.
I think that sounds like a great game. Oh, and Shirley MacLaine is the love interest for Robert Duvall, of course.
Yeah. And she's the co-op partner if you want to play two players.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you want to do 2-player couch co-op, Controller 2 fires up Shirley MacLaine with her fucking Chicago typewriter as her main weapon. I think that sounds like a pretty great game. I don't know if I could get those people to do that.
No, I don't think we could.
Because most of these games, they have like mocap on the faces and stuff like that, and they truly recreate the actors who are portraying these guys. I'm pretty sure. I mean, well, one of those people isn't real, and George or Robert Duvall, I feel like probably would have nothing to do with this game, but I think it sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Got to have a card game in there too.
No.
Yep, gotta
Nope.
have the card game.
No game within a game. That's not happening. Nope.
Just a game, but just a solo game. No gameception. Did you play the card game in Digimon yet,
Fuck
Cameron?
no.
Oh, come on.
I'm not going to fucking play that. Why? Why would I waste time on that when I have to waste time on actually playing the fucking game?
It's part
How
of the
many
review.
hours have you fucking put into that card game? Because
Probably
you
like
told me you were playing that like for a while.
probably like an hour, maybe.
Oh, only
I
an
don't
hour.
know. Yeah,
Oh,
it's not
okay.
too much. I played all of the matches I found And then I found another chick recently, and she destroyed me. So I was like, yeah, I'm probably done with the cards.
Does the getting defeated in the card game, does that send you back to the start screen?
No, thank God, no.
Jesus.
That would be
fucking
horrifying.
end the game.
Yeah, it's just game over no matter what happens.
It's like, you don't have to actually fight the final boss. You can challenge him to a card game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste any fucking time playing this stupid fucking card game. So dumb. The game itself is a waste of time.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that what games are, though?
Sometimes, yeah, it's entertainment. Most forms of entertainment, just a waste of time. But there's nothing to keep you wanting to play it, so you actually feel the time going by and being wasted.
So, yeah, and that's the whole point, is you're not supposed to feel that time being wasted.
Anyways, who's our next Starcast?
All right. Got this random actor page pulled up. So we have Ralph Fiennes, Matthew McConaughey, and Robert Downey Jr. And for the women, we have Sharman McDonald, Jennifer Aniston, and Jessica Alba.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. I don't know who this is.
The Sharman McDonald.
Yeah.
What the fuck is she in?
Well, it says The Edge of Love, The Winter's Guest, Wild Flowers. Oh, she's Keira Knightley's mother.
Oh.
Okay, so just imagine Keira Knightley just older and with half of the genetic code that she has instead of all of what she has. So she's a glob. She's just a fucking unformed creation. No. Okay.
All right.
All right. Sharman McDonald, Jennifer Aniston, Jessica Alba, Robert Downey Jr., Ralph Fiennes, Matthew McConaughey.
All right, Cam. I need your pitch here. What are we doing?
What genre?
Well, these are not the actors I've been coming up an idea for, so... Robert Downey Jr., Matthew McConaughey. All right.
All right.
Who is Ralph Fiennes again?
Ralph Fiennes is the guy who plays Voldemort. And he's also the guy from the...
What does he look like when he's not Voldemort?
I mean, he's the dude. He's the main bad guy in...
So he's used to playing the
Schindler's
bad guy
List.
role then?
Yeah. He's the Schindler's List dude.
Okay. Yeah, we can work with this. We can work with that hairline.
With that hairline.
Uh,
Is this going to be like a Harry Potter fanfic thing where like he's still playing Voldemort and then Robert Downey Jr. is like...
No. Let's think about it. So let's think of the qualities that Matthew McConaughey and Robert Downey Jr. have. I don't know. Wouldn't it be hard to... Can you think of like anything you can co-cast them in? Or they're not both competing for the leading role the entire time?
I mean, they're both...
They both have characters when they're on screen. They can both be laid back, funny. Robert Downey Jr. is more sarcastic. Matthew McConaughey would be more... I don't know. I guess just more laid back.
He can do serious stuff. He just doesn't do it that often.
So I think...
Could be like a buddy cop thing
I-
where he's
yeah,
Matthew
yeah, that could
McConaughey
work.
is the straight man and
Matthew McConaughey is the up-and-coming new police officer from the South. Robert Downey Jr. is his jaded older partner who's been on the force for a while,
And
who's
Ralph
seen a lot of
Fiennes
things.
is a crime lord.
And Ralph Fiennes
He's
is the crime
he's-
lord, and you come to find out that Robert Downey Jr. at one point was a dirty cop, but he got out of it somehow. And then Matthew McConaughey finds out, turns on Robert Downey Jr., only to find out that Robert Downey Jr. was... only to find out Robert Downey Jr. was the one who protected Matthew McConaughey's kids from Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes' brutal recruitment.
And
strategies.
it's more of a redemption arc for Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
As a side character, are we playing as Robert Downey or are we playing as Matthew McConaughey?
You're playing as Matthew McConaughey.
Okay, so the story's really about Robert Downey Jr. though, and we're seeing
But
it
you're
through
seeing
the
it
eyes.
through the eyes
Right.
of Matthew McConaughey.
So is it gonna be like L.A. Noire a little bit?
Yeah, I feel that a little bit.
Have you played that?
No.
Okay, well, it's kind of like
You do like
Theft Auto.
investigating and shit
Yeah,
like that.
it has more like investigative shit, but it like the gameplay is a lot like Grand Theft Auto.
And as the more you get into it, the darker it gets. And once shit gets real dark, you actually see that Rob Downey Jr. is a little bit of light himself, and he's the one who's gone down the depths. So Robert Downey Jr. is a little more like the Dark Knight in this case too.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so it's going to be an investigative third-person sandbox-ish type of game. And what are we going to do with the women here? What are we going to do with Charmin McDonald, Jessica Alba, and Jennifer Aniston? How about
Jennifer Aniston works at the precinct. She is
The secretary.
no, she is the helpful person that Matthew McConaughey turns to when he's trying to find out more information about Robert Downey Jr. Charmin McDonald is actually the police chief,
okay,
and then Jessica Alba is
the jailbait? For Ralph Fiennes.
The jailbait.
no. Jessica Alba is, I think she might be. Nah, could she be an informant? I think she could be an informant.
Okay.
An informant / possible love interest that never goes anywhere.
Yeah, so Matthew McConaughey bounces back and forth between Jennifer Aniston and Jessica Alba.
But never getting laid the whole time.
Yeah.
Each do come-ons. But
The both forbidden love type. He gets two forbidden loves. The
coworker and
the informant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
but he's
There we go.
married.
Yes.
But he's married to
No,
Charmin
Charmin. Charmin is the
McDonald's daughter, Keira Knightley.
He's married to Keira Knightley. Yeah. And that was his in into the police force, and she's being extra hard on him because she doesn't want anyone to think that family ties is what gets him going. What gets him moving through the
Exactly.
force, and he needs to on his own. He finds out this sick, twisted thing through his. No. He starts to find out weird stuff with with Robert Downey Jr., his partner. They're both detectives. He finds out some more shit going on, some subversive stuff. Whereas it's actually what Robert Downey Jr. is doing is good because he's actually trying to out the actual bad cop with. I just feel like this is a trope that we're fitting into now.
Where it's just a fucking mole cop, a bad cop that's giving information. So it's just becoming the Departed.
Yeah,
now.
I was just saying, let's just make the part of the video game. And we got enough stars in that one to do.
We really do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, are you famous? Are you extremely famous? You should be in The Departed.
Yeah.
All right. What if Keira Knightley is killed? She is killed by Ralph Fiennes, which spirals the life of. Which is the catalyst for the downfall of Robert Downey Jr.
She's visiting her mother, and her death is what causes him to move to that precinct so he can figure out what happened.
Yeah, which is also where her mother is in charge, his mother-in-law.
Yeah, the police chief.
And he's also like conflicted and a wounded man, and that's why Jennifer Aniston and Jessica Alba look so delicious to him. Other than the obvious reasons.
Because he's in pain
broken.
and
He's
needs...
But he can't do that. He can't
Poontang.
dishonor his wife's memory in front of his wife's mother, who is fucking working there as well. So he just gets blue balls and further descends.
Okay, good. Let's put a cap on that thing. I think we've explored that as far as that can go. Do we have any other ideas of what we could do with these characters?
So same actors,
Yeah.
just a totally different game.
Yeah.
That happens to feature Charmin McDonald, Jennifer Aniston, Jessica Alba.
Oh, let's take this other
McConaughey.
twist. Charmin McDonald is married to Jennifer Aniston. Let's start there. I think that's a good launching point.
Okay.
Jessica Alba.
We still sticking with the cop thing?
No, this is totally different
Okay,
idea.
totally different.
Yeah. Robert Downey Jr. I keep wanting to make Matthew McConaughey a beach bum for some reason, but that just doesn't translate
Right.
to...
All right, let's steal some Tropic Thunder. Robert Downey Jr. thinks he's black.
Okay, so he thinks he's black.
Yes.
Is he colorblind? Or is he blind?
I don't think color blindness would change.
What about a blind Robert Downey Jr. who thinks he's black?
Yes.
Because
Excellent.
he was adopted by a black family.
He talks...
And he talks
And
like
no one
he
has
does.
the heart to tell him.
No one has the heart to tell him. This is a much better idea for a movie than a game.
I was going to say how to make this playable. What's the point here?
Okay, we got to figure out what kind of game it is.
Uh,
All right, Dark Souls-esque. Where you play as blind ass Robert Downey Jr.
Okay, what about a motion
Oh
control
no!
game
This is going to
where
be
you're blind?
this is going to be a dystopian future type game where
Mad
the
Max.
rich more along the lines of the super poor and the super rich,
Oh,
where
okay.
it's not quite Mad Max, but the super rich have like technology integrated into every point of their life. Robert Downey Jr. is blind and he doesn't have a blindness that can be fixed, and he still thinks he's black. He has this this robot that helps him, interact with life and stuff like that.
Instead of a dog.
Yeah. And then Matthew McConaughey is still going to be the main character of this one.
Okay.
Or we do this. Robert Downey Jr. is the main character, and then we do the kind of like the Mario Party hat thing, Army of Two thing, where the other player, if you do co-op it, can play the robot assistant to help him get around places. So you're blind, but you're not.
Is the robot assistant a cyborg that looks exactly like Matthew McConaughey?
They don't have to work together. They can just... I don't know. Any other thoughts?
Okay, so this one, super rich, super poor,
Yeah.
and you're poor?
Matthew McConaughey is an inquisitor. He isn't quite rich or poor. He's just a tool of the rich people to get done what they need to get done.
Oh, okay.
Robert
So you're
Downey
sent on
Jr.
missions.
is actually the evil guy in this case. Well, evil, but it's also who is really evil, what is evil type trope going on. More of like existential crisis type thing, like the tables turn type of thing. Damn, it just sounds like fucking
Okay, what if
Blade Runner.
what what if
mixed with Elysium.
Yeah.
The rich
I
can
never saw that
cure
one.
diseases and shit. Yeah.
And then Robert Downey Jr. is the slumlord who thinks he's black.
hell yeah.
And no one tells him because everyone fears
All
him.
right. Oh, okay. No, it's like a mobster type thing, but it's like it's a property management game, right? And
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. is the blind guy who thinks he's black, who owns all the properties. Is a slumlord.
No, guys,
and you
guys.
got to compete with him and take over his properties.
No. So the second playthrough, so you get to pick which playthrough you want to do. First, one playthrough is Matthew McConaughey, the other one's Jessica Alba. And then the Jennifer Aniston and Sharon McDonald, the married couple, they are part of the evil society that's, that kind of like uses the poor people to, I don't know, dystopian future tropes. But they're the evil guys up at the top. Or are they evil? Or they just don't know.
Some fucking weird ass cult.
Okay.
Yeah. How's that?
That works. What if we do a real-time strategy game with each of these?
See, real-time strategy games, you don't get... What is the point of having a star cast in a real-time strategy game. Because real-time strategy game, you're removed. You're basically God at that point. You don't care about the little people in the game. They're just units on a fucking board to you.
Yeah, it's like when you're playing Civ and then you get like fucking Steven Spielberg as one of your great artists and you're just like, go forth and do stuff for me.
Yeah, or when you're playing Civ 6 and it's Sean Bean.
Anyways,
Do you get Sean Bean in there?
Yeah, he tells you. He talks about the new texts and stuff when you advance. It's his voice.
Oh,
I wonder
man.
how he's going to die in that game. Like when you reach the end, it's Sean Bean's just like.
anyways, the real
Yeah, he just fucking dies.
the real idea I wanted is to do a game that's a third-person action game, shooter action with Keanu Reeves as the main character, and then Danny Trejo as the main bad guy. Third-person action fighter, fighting, beating up, but also third-person shooter.
Oh, what about like a Max Payne type of game where you
Yeah.
have a lot of slow-mo dives and
Yeah.
gunplay, like
Yeah.
insane gunplay?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. And then the evil guy Danny Trejo, also known as Machete, uses a machete to kill people, dismember them.
Right.
I don't know if I necessarily want him to be like a slumlord. I think it might be like a dictator type thing. We're going a little more serious, a little more official. Not quite end of the world type stuff, but he's definitely like subversive, creating like, let's just do generally like bad guy, third world dictator who kills a lot of people and stuff like that.
All right. What if it's like a hack and slash, kind of like Devil May Cry, where you can like switch
No.
between punching and like pulling out guns for some
No.
gun fu?
No. Because I don't want it to be like you're just punching into a whole bunch of just punching bags until they die. I want it to be like super smooth, like a mix of Assassin's Creed style with guns and stuff like that.
Well, you're not going to get that from like a Max Payne thing.
Well, slow-mo stuff like that, true. But I want this fighting system to be super smooth. Like, you're not just going to stab a person once he's dead. Like, it's going to take a few stabs and stuff like that. But if you use guns and stuff, it's a little quicker depending on how you do it. You know how Keanu Reeves in the fucking John Wick movies, how he always overkills someone just to make sure they're dead?
Yeah.
That type of thing. I think that would work really well. So a third-person shooter / fighter where you kind of have like a weapon wheel you can switch back and forth from, but then the fighting is always super smooth where people punch or people go to shoot you, and you cover base at the same time, because if there's guns come into play, you have to take cover. But then if you're silent stuff, it's more of along the lines of
You played the Batman games, right?
sort of, but I don't want it like that either.
But you could put like guns in there for like the third person shooting.
Yeah, but it's just
because
it's still
that also
punching
has
bags.
that also has cover base. Like you wouldn't have to do like the punching bag thing. Like he even in the fucking John Wick's movies, he like punches dudes like a couple times before they
Yeah.
go down, and then he like fucking pulls out a gun and shoots them.
Yeah.
Like, so it would still work.
What if it's like a mix between that and Hitman and Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, you haven't played Hitman, have you?
No.
Okay, because
But you
like
can use objects in the world to kill people.
Hitman would probably be the best route, to be honest.
But I want it to be more
Because like
fighting,
that
action
one's
game.
more stealth though, so you
Yeah.
have to put more
a mix
action
of that
in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. Keanu Reeves.
Okay, but then how would he fight the final boss, which is Machete?
There'll be a few stages. Somehow you got to make it to where it devolves into just a fucking machete battle with machete.
Where it just like fully just goes like Legend of Zelda, and you gotta beat him in like some bullshit manner.
Or there's a machete stuck in the 10,000-year-old piece of bamboo, and it's like Arthur's sword, and Machete can't pull it out.
Maybe
but
we
you
bring
can.
a little bit of exactness to this game too. Not quite Dark Souls, but John Wick is just a guy, and the reason why he survives, and Keanu Reeves, the reason why he survives is because he's super just good at fighting. He's himself a weapon, and so I'm not going to put any quick time events in the game at all. I think quick time events are stupid, but with Machete, he's like someone who can match you in speed and power and stuff like that. So you have to get good at like dodging and parrying just as much as looking for openings when you can actually come in and attack him too at the same time. So a little bit of stamina base there too.
And then it's just like the ending of Portal 2 where you just like teleport him to the moon and then he just is there.
No. But we will take Machete into space.
Yeah,
He will
that'll
finally
be
get
the
there.
final battle.
What, you get like on a fucking rocket ship or something?
We will have a fight in space if it's only for a brief amount of time. Just to have Machete in space. Just to say he went there.
Well, they got like a fucking teleporter and like it goes
No
to his
teleporters.
it goes to his personal space station.
I want this present time or near future type thing.
Then how are you going to fight in space? You got to make some
I don't
fucking
know.
like.
Elon Musk is in it too.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Elon Musk took Keanu Reeves.
He's
and
the
Near future.
third. He's the third character. In the,
he's the master of puppets, pulling everyone's strings.
got the fucking SpaceX thing going on.
Yeah,
For the fight between Danny Trejo and Keanu.
That's the
Reeves.
whole reason why he made SpaceX.
Come on, guys. Just a fight with Danny Trejo and Keanu Reeves.
In space.
That of itself makes a game.
That's why he made SpaceX.
They're so different, though. Like
I know.
I don't know how that would work.
We'd make it work. We'd have to bring Danny Trejo up to the fighting level of Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, you would.
But I think it'd work off brilliantly, though. This type of third-person shooter / fighting stealth type. Not too much emphasis on stealth. There will be some stealth missions, but I feel like
All right.
going too much stealth tends to pull
dude,
person
okay.
out.
What
of the
about
game.
this? What if it's like Danny Trejo is like the leader of the Mexican gangs, right? And Keanu Reeves is the leader of the Asian gangs. So you got the Yakuza and the Triads working together for some fuck off reason to take out Danny Trejo, who's recruited the Russians and the Italians.
No, too much. I like it just as a gang war rivalry type thing where you switch perspective from Keanu to Danny Trejo and back and forth until you finally get to, I don't know. Then you finally have to play two different endings. Where Keanu lives or Keanu dies, or Danny Trejo lives or Danny Trejo dies.
So it would be like the ending of Nier Automata, where you choose which route to go with.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And they both have compelling stories written by your team of writers. You both love both characters for the various good things they do and their various flaws that they have. Very likable characters, both of them, but both brutal in their own right. And you're very sad at the end because you don't want either of them to die. But one of them has to die. And it's you who choose. It's you who kills that character.
Oh, man.
Boom.
Excellent.
What about Vin Diesel,
Vin Diesel.
The Rock,
We just
Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Is this
Stone
just-
Cold Steve
is this
Austin.
just WWE resurgence? Just all the old characters going back to the ring?
Not Batista. The nude
And Batista.
the fucking triple dudes who do the same fucking thing.
I tell you, they all have the same agents, the same path that they take.
Yeah.
They have to do the one action film that puts them on the screen that's not as good. Then they have their one breakout piece, and then they have their one piece that shows them I have emotional depth too. I'm just not big muscle man. They do their nanny film.
Yeah. It's
nanny film,
the nanny film, and then there's the fucking comedy, and then there's the fucking the semi-serious movie.
And then they all have to have their series that actually makes them their money. They're just huge blockbuster series that goes on for like 7 or 8 films.
So it's the
The
Need
Rock
for
doesn't
Speed.
have that though.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, he's got the Fast
But
and Furious.
Vin Diesel's in that.
Yeah, but I mean, I bet you The Rock probably makes
They
more
could
than
share.
Vin Diesel does already.
Vin Diesel is like the bigger character in that fucking film series.
Well, I mean, yeah, he is, but
Isn't The Rock like only in the last like 2 Fast and Furious movies?
I haven't seen any of them since the 4th one.
So I wouldn't even really count that as being like his series. He doesn't really have one.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't have his own series.
But I guess Batista's too new to really have his own too. But
Well,
he's in the
Guardians of the Galaxy's still going.
Yeah, but
So.
I think 3 is gonna be the end.
And he has been in several movies because of that.
Yeah, that's true.
You think three?
He's got like 3 of them coming out
Yeah.
all at the same time.
Yeah.
He's got his nanny film,
Yeah.
and then he's got his fucking buddy cop film.
Yep. Buddy cop film, nanny film, his actual money making series that he's in. It's like these wrestler actors break into acting in very similar fashions.
Yeah. They really do.
Yeah. So those guys are trapped on an island, and no, they're sent to an island to overthrow the evil dictator,
Oh, okay.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried? That'd be fucking funny. Jeebus. Okay.
It's a stealth action game, like Metal Gear Solid, starring those 4.
Then we need Jason Statham and fucking, oh man, who are the other big bold actors? Fucking, oh jeebus.
So we have Vin Diesel, Jason Statham, The Rock.
I guess Batista's not really bald, but he does shave his head. Or at least for most of his movies.
Yeah.
So far.
Well, we could just look up what is it? It's not the Untouchables.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember what his fucking name is. Cam, help me out here. Bald actors.
Who? Like, is there a specific bald actor?
Well, I mean, just all the bald actors.
Just all the bald.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Jason Statham, Bruce Willis, yeah, Woody Harrelson, yeah.
Vin Diesel. Yeah, Bruce Willis we could have. Maybe Bruce Willis is the one running the show on the island. He's the evil overlord.
No, we gotta have somebody, like, the evil overlord has to be some dude with, like, amazing hair. Who's, like, stolen all of these dudes' hair in order to, like, get the best hair.
So what, like Fabio is the...
Yeah, fucking Fabio.
Fabio plays the antagonist to the game. He's a hair.
Oh no! Okay,
thief.
it's got to be jeebus. Mel Gibson. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, Mel Gibson with the fucking like long ass hair he had in fucking Braveheart.
All right. So Mel Gibson is harvesting the hair from Jason Statham, Bruce Willis, Vin Diesel, and The Rock.
Yeah, and then we gotta have Gilbert Gottfried in there too because that was fucking awesome.
Gilbert Gottfried is his right hand man.
Yeah,
Second to last boss fight.
yeah, it's perfect.
A stealth espionage game where you're sneaking around the island and you're uncovering the plot and finding the manner in which they stole all of your hair and slowly unlocking the island as you move along.
No.
Leading you inexorably to the boss fight between you and Gilbert, and then
And it's like Resident Evil, and all the dudes except for you that have had their hair stolen are fucking like zombified.
Oh, okay. There we go. Bunch of bald zombies. What's your take?
I'm kind of like going on more along the lines of the island type thing, where you're a society all who don't know too much because your overlords don't tell you a lot. Everyone on the island is bald. It's due to some sort of radiation that goes on there. And you and a group of fellow actors work to find out what really is going on, and your idea of what the world is much smaller than what the world actually is, just because of your life on the island, and you're slowly breaking through, and your understanding increases until you finally see for what it really is, and overthrow the island overlords. And
so something.
But then you all. Okay, just 1 second. But then you all finally fucking break free of the island, but you find out why you were on the island. Well, you don't find out. But the viewers, the players do. Everyone on the island is actually diseased, and they were there on quarantine. And now they've finally broken out and spread the disease back into the world.
that sets up the sequel.
Okay. No, it's like, okay, so something on the island is going to be threatening the world with baldness, all right? So they send in the actors who are already bald to go figure out what's going on so they can save the people who have luxurious hair.
Metal ball.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
and then they have like generic bald nicknames, and that's just their character
like
code
Q.
name. Yeah, Q ball and fucking man.
Dome Glen.
Dome Sheen.
Oh man, it'd be great.
Yeah, I could see that working out. Well, I don't know if I have any more ideas for this section, though. Those are some pretty sweet-ass games. If we had endless budgets, we could do these.
I think the Keanu Reeves Danny Trejo has actually some actual worth. I think
Some
we could
actual
take that
potential.
somewhere.
Yeah. Anything to play, anything but playing Digimon, right, Cameron? I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, it's more fun thinking about making games to play than actually playing what's ahead of us. So, I think that's it. I guess, do you guys have anything else you want to add?
I'm good.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hog Week, Week 8 in review. This is an excellent week. Better for some than for others. The matchups were Schweiss's Schwettmeisters versus Thy Death Squad. Craig and the Bitches against A for Last Place. Abrac Cracks the Whip versus The Doesn't Counts. Romager's Rompers against Matunica's Heroes. And last and certainly not least, The Most Offensives versus The Scots Spot. So our first matchup was between my Schwettmeisters and Death Squad, which was an absolute slaughter. Death Squad smashed my Schwettmeisters with 717 to 113. Top performers were Winter Disa with 69 points on Schweiss's team, and Chase versus Game with 158 for Death Squad. Matchup 2 was between Craig and his bitches and A for Last Place. A4 returns to his last place roots with a loss to Craig and his aforementioned bitches, 412 to 330. Top performers were Irat on Craig's team with 263, and Simon Parker bringing in 132 for A for Extreme. Abrat cracks the whip against The Doesn't Counts this week, and his whip strikes true. They take the W with 756 to 555 over Jake's hard-working and honestly one of the top-scoring teams this week. Doesn't Count and doesn't count this time. Abrac's team lead was Alec 1020 with 283, while Jake took the cake with 302 points. Wasn't enough to pull the W, but damn, that's a good performance. Romager's Rompers were taken down by the undefeated Matunica's Heroes this week to the tune of 817 to Rompers 833, but Porcupine Racer got the penalty on his 500-plus points to bring the team well below Matunica's Heroes. Top scorers were Porcupine Racer with his penalized 250 and Sir Rajata with 169 for Bill. Those guys know how to score, man, and it's never one person getting a ton. It's everyone getting a pretty good amount. So the Scott Spot pulls the huge upset this week by taking out the Most Offensives by a whopping 2 points, guys. 416 to 414. This is the closest match we've ever had in Hog League. Great work. That's an album away from losing, but you guys pulled it off. Top performers were Fun to Mop, bringing Scott Spot 231 points, whereas Most Offensives had Kaoki with 144. That is it for the wrap-up on this week. Week 9 matchups. Schweistika's Schwettmeisters against A for Last Place. Craig and the Bitches against the steamrolling Death Squad. Abrat cracks the whip against Romager's Rompers. The Most Offensives against the Scots Spot again. And Matunica's Heroes versus Doesn't Counts. Guys, I know this is a mirror match with Joe and Scott Spot, but I gotta see it in action again. And plus, a lot of us are gonna play each other almost twice before we get to the playoffs, which are after week 10. So, get your points in, make your team proud, get those playoff status ready. I'll probably do. I'm thinking maybe the top 8 teams. We'll make it a little easier going this time. and just the bottom 2 will get eliminated, and then we'll do 4-on-4, 2-on-2, and then the finals 1-on-1, and then we will start the new season with, of course, the Nude Clan Hog draft, the very first draft, where team captains will pick from previous season's Hoggers, and we will get our little piglets in line and compete for the cup again. So, guys, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Please log your hog, and until next time, as always, live always in the nude.